Limerick, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now our pro-social pledge. Today, I will do my best to be the best. I will listen. I will follow directions. I will be honest. I will respect the rights of others. I can learn. I will learn. You see, I know it's all up to me. Have a great day, Limerick.
Hello and welcome to Daily Announcements for Friday, January 29th, 2021. It is a day 5 in the 6-day cycle. We have 2 birthday shout-outs to get to. One person celebrating their day today, January 29th, and that is to Jonathan T. Jonathan, we hope you have a great day. And another birthday happening on Sunday. That's a happy birthday going out to Jacob D. It's also Friday is the wrap-up of the Great Kindness Challenge. It's National Big Wig Day, which really has nothing to do with actually wigs, but this is an excuse for me to get dressed up for the occasion. And it ends the Great Kindness Challenge here at Limerick. But certainly it's not the end of being kind at Limerick. So please take those positive vibes that this week has generated. Let them go through the weekend and into next week. Now, if I'm looking at my list and wondering, did I check off everything I could possibly check off? There was one thing on here that stood out that I could certainly do that would check off something on my list and hopefully create a smile for all of you. And that was entertain someone with a happy dance. So let's turn this Daily Announcements into Daily Announcements Dance Party. Now let's cool things down a little bit with some high five winners. Thank you very much, Limerick. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week for Daily Announcements. Here we are with this week's high five winners. A high five goes out to Sophia M. from Mrs. Dare for showing all 5 high five behaviors while doing an awesome job. A high five to Brady T. for great participation this week. To Ryan H. for making sure to greet everyone in morning meeting. He makes sure nobody feels left out. And to Deeksha R. greeting her friends during morning meeting. Those are from Mrs. Goodhart. And one to all of Mrs. Goodhart's class from Mrs. Goodhart, because each student in the class did a wonderful job researching an ocean animal and writing informational stories. Lana F. gets a high five from Mrs. Knapp for being responsible and respectful while waiting for friends. Ms. Beer's class is a high five for Ms. Beer for being great listeners during the first assembly. Connor B. gets a high five from Mrs. Cotman for being there, being ready, following directions, and using self-control. He is always ready and quiet without being asked. Mrs. Albright has a high five going to her whole class for doing a wonderful job with the sub last week. Noah R. gets a high five for being excited to learn every day. And Juliet M. gets a high five for being so thoughtful and sweet to her classmates and to Mrs. Albright. Aiden A. gets a high five from Miss De Rosado for always being quiet and ready to learn. Mrs. Stringer has high fives for Remy G., Bella B., Mackenzie B., and Kira S. Those girls always show high five behaviors and work hard every day in first grade. Miss O'Callahan has a high five for Deeksha R. for following directions and trying her best. Mrs. Sarwell's class gets a high five for being so kind to one another. Everyone has been so respectful of one another and has made a huge effort to check off a lot of boxes on the Kindness Challenge checklists. Mrs. Rose has high fives for Caitlin H. for being respectful to her teachers and friends, and Billy P. for going out of his way to show kindness. Pharaoh W. gets a high five from Mr. Bouch. Pharaoh did not give up on an assigned task and was successful in completing it. And Mr. Randall's class is a high five from Mr. Randall. Mr. Randall's class did a great job in their virtual classroom for the whole second marking period. They spread kindness every day. They asked about each other, build connections, and listened to what each other had to say. When they share what they discussed in breakout groups, they share what others said before themselves. Great job to all our high five recipients. We look forward to having more high five winners next week.